Ka Assistant Program Officer jong ka National TB Elimination Program ka Dr. EJ Ranja habakren ha ka World TB Day kalaong makane kasngi kandai kasngi ka bangin hab ban perkhat bha habede gejingta jong jingpang TB. Shushu ka Dr. Ranja kalaitoro baha ka jela Meghalaya baro kidon gomba 1,000 sauspa pra pusaungut ki badoni jingpang TB ha ka ba kumba shispa khat saungut kidon na ka silakngut jong ginong song. Shushu kalai turu ba shispa prapu arngut kila du no ya ka jingim na ka jingpang TB. What happening kini ka jinge la ka day ha ka late kawan ne ha ka jingjingai kishnong kitao ka sorkar jila kalai shimkia ba ni kun persha ya kani ka jingpang da ka ba pendon kami ki kor kibor jong kani ka juk ka ba menta kata langba ka AI enable handle X-ray device bat ka molecular testing langba ka TrueNat bat ka CBNat. Shushu kalai turu ba kajela hadu menta kalala ban pendap hadu kandai penyau persen ban le ya kates ya kejingpang TB ha kaba kalabu ya kajela hak madu lada ya nujor bat ke weipat kijela ha kari.
Every 3 minutes 2 people are dying. Now these are not just figures, they are valuable and precious lives that we are losing. Yet we have another alarming fact that we are faced with today. There's another 2 to 3 lakhs TB cases in India that are still missed. Missed cases are those cases that we have still not been able to detect or they are going undiagnosed, which means they are not receiving treatment. Now why are these cases missed? There are a few reasons to that. The first could be they may be presenting as a mild symptom or they may be asymptomatic, or they are placed in very remote areas, remote villages, so access to healthcare is difficult for them, so they don't go and seek care. It could be because of stigma. People avoid going to health facilities and get themselves diagnosed and treated with TB because of the stigma that still exists even today. And simply they could be ignoring the symptoms because they do not know it's TB. Maybe a lingering cough, they may say, related to change of weather, related to age. They may be feeling weak. Maybe they're, getting old. And the death we had to face last year was 182 deaths, accounting for 4% of the total TB cases. We all know that our state is challenged by difficult terrains, and we have communities and villages that are spread afar. The government of Meghalaya has shown strong political and administrative commitment, transforming the way we are fighting TB. Investing in the latest technologies and breakthrough tools, we have been able to take diagnostics to the doorsteps by using our mobile, handheld, digital X-rays, which are also AI enabled, thereby giving us a report of the X-ray within 5 minutes. So after doing an X-ray within 5 minutes, we know whether a patient is a likely TB case or not. We also have a molecular diagnostic tests. We call them the NAT machines, the nucleic acid amplification tests, which are our TrueNat machines and our CBNat machines. And today, Meghalaya is testing 97% of the samples using these NAT machines, and we rank 4th in the whole of India when it comes to testing with the NAT machines. The first is Goa, doing 100% testing, which is believable because the TrueNat machines are manufactured in Goa. The second and the third are Chandigarh and Puducherry, doing 99% of the tests, and Meghalaya is the 4th, doing 97% of the tests through these NAT machines. What is the importance of these NAT machines, and why are we so focused on getting our patients or our presumptive TB cases testing through these NAT machines? They not only offer accurate and very fast results within 90 minutes, but they also give us what we call the UDST, or the Universal Drug Susceptibility Test. And in this test, once a patient is diagnosed as TB, when we detect the TB bacilli, we are also able to know whether that TB bacilli is a drug sensitive TB bacilli or a drug resistant TB bacilli. So right from the diagnosis, we will be able to give the right treatment to the patients. While these tests are expensive, these are very, very expensive tests, the government is bearing the cost so that they can be provided free of cost for all our patients. So today I urge everyone present here today, you are our stakeholders. I urge all of you to advocate for the use of these digital handheld X-ray and also to get tested through our molecular diagnostics. Because we believe very, very strongly that cost should never be a barrier and refusal should never cost a life. TB is also not just a medical disease. It's not that you have the TB bacilli and you get tuberculosis. It also is a socio-economic disease because it is deeply linked to poverty, malnutrition or undernutrition, and also to social inequalities. Being declared as TB free. That means 18% of our total villages in Meghalaya have been declared TB free. Of these, 80 villages were awarded gold for them having secured TB free villages for 3 consecutive years. Then another 224 villages were awarded silver for securing TB free status for 2 consecutive years. And newest addition are 954 villages that were declared TB free last year. In this direction, we are launching the Focus 100 Days campaign, phase 2. This campaign is just not a timeline. It is our commitment to intensify our efforts on active case finding, early diagnosis, prompt initiation of treatment. Over the next 100 days, we aim to strengthen community engagement as well, to scale up screening, to promote the use of these X-rays, and to ensure that services reach even the most remote and disadvantaged village. We want to also reach our vulnerable population in this 100 days. And vulnerable population for TB are those who have had TB in the previous years, are malnourished, undernourished patients, patients who have diabetes, patients living with HIV, those taking alcohol, tobacco users, those above 60 years of age, people who are in congregate settings because they stay together, they live together, and they breathe together the same air, so they have more chances to inhale that bacilli, and hence they have more chances of getting TB. We will focus on all these high-risk population as well as our high-risk TB villages where the caseload is still high. We will go there. So as we conclude, let us remember our strength is in our communities. Let these 100 days take us to every village, to every home, to every person in need. Let us ensure that no distance and no barrier stands in the way of care. So I'll conclude by